Good morning, Lieutenant Galloway with the weekly reports for Eufaula Fire and Rescue. We've had a total of 17 calls. As of this date, we've had 10 EMS medical calls, 1 heat from a short circuit wiring or defective worn wire, 1 service call, 1 public service call, 1 smoke scare or odor of smoke, and 1 smoke detector activation due to a malfunction, and we had 2 burn permits approved. And that's about it for the fire department this week.
Are the burn permits running about normal?
Yes, they run normal for this time of year. Usually about 2 per week is a normal thing.
When you get a burn permit request, do you always go out to monitor it in some way or look at it before you issue it, or do you just...
It's a standard in our department now that you can call any one of the stations. It's preferable if you call our central fire station where the shift supervisor is at. They make the determination in the mornings based on weather and other conditions and fire warnings from other agencies. If the burn permits will be issued out that day, you give them basically your address and what you're wanting to burn. They then will send out the closest units or available units in the area to come by and coordinate with you so that you can be there. And they'll inspect that to ensure that it follows the burn ordinance. And if it does meet all those qualifications, you'll sign off on it and you'll be issued the burn permit. If it does not, then they can give you information based on what you have, some things you might can do to try and take care of whatever you're trying to do.
You mentioned something that I had never thought of as many times as we've talked about that. That burn permit's issued for 1 day then?
It is correct. It is issued for 1 day. They are special circumstances in which the fire chief will actually make allowances to that or extend those burn permits, but those are done at his discretion after his inspection. And a lot of times with that is landowners within the city limits that have extremely large amounts of trees or stuff they're trying to burn, and it's going to take longer than just a few hours. With that, the burn permit can be issued to carry on through the night and even into more days after that. But a lot of times we try and check with neighbors, ensure that they don't have a problem with it, because as night comes, humidity, smoke has a tendency to stay closer to the ground. So as long as everybody's done, but that's conducted by the fire chief at his discretion with those things in mind. So, but anyone needing to do that or have a feeling that they may need to do that, when they call the central fire station at 687-1218 to speak with the shift supervisor reference getting a burn permit, they can also address that to the fire chief.
Good morning, I'm Larry Hubbard, Eufaula Police Department, and I'll be doing the crime report for the period June 2nd through June 5th, 2014. Pretty busy couple of days, a total of 44 arrests, 21 traffic, and 23 felony or misdemeanor. We'll get into why it's been such a busy week. On our traffic arrests, we had 10 for speeding, 1 for no driver's license, 2 driving while suspended, 1 improper tag, 1 seatbelt violation, 2 for improper lane use, 1 following too closely, 1 improper equipment, 1 loud music, and 1 open container of alcohol, and investigated 3 accidents. On our offense reports, we had a forgery reported North Eufaula Avenue, a burglary on Chattahoochee Courts, a 20-inch mongoose bicycle was taken, harassing communications, South Eufaula Avenue, criminal trespass, Randolph, criminal mischief, 2nd, car tires, Meadow Lane, theft of property, East Union, an air conditioner was taken, criminal trespass, Taylor Drive, possession of drug paraphernalia, Boundary, harassment and harassing communications on Beach, harassment on Wall, theft of property, West Washington, the riding lawnmower battery taken. And on our arrest reports, we had Stephen Jackson for possession of drug paraphernalia, Ronald Parkman, criminal trespass, Jody Sanders, failure to appear. Willie Caesar, criminal trespass. Eugene Anderson, distribution of controlled substance. Edward Hodge, distribution of controlled substance. Reggie Mahone, distribution of controlled substance. Seeing a pattern here, aren't we? Winton Walker, distribution of controlled substance. Gabriel Anderson, distribution of controlled substance. And another on Gabriel. Alexander Reeves Jr., distribution of controlled substance. Alexander Reeves, distribution of controlled substance. And that's the same individual, it isn't the junior. And Rodriguez, I guess I'm pronouncing that right, Andre Williams, distribution of controlled substance. Gabrielle Anderson, distribution of controlled substance. Marcus Rump, distribution of controlled substance. Jonathan Upshaw, distribution of controlled substance. Shahi Rashad Ware, distribution of a controlled substance. John Franklin Jr., distribution of a controlled substance. Ben Robinson Jr., distribution of controlled substance. Rodriguez Andre Williams again, distribution of controlled substance. Andrew Harris, distribution of controlled substance. Alexander Reeves Jr., possession of marijuana first. And Marcus Rump, possession of marijuana first degree. As you can tell, we've just concluded a lengthy undercover operation dealing with street level sales of crack cocaine, and began doing what we call the roundup, arresting all the drug dealers that were involved in the operation. And we have more arrests coming, more arrests for the ones that are already arrested, plus some new names. And we'll get those to y'all as we pick them up. Any questions?
I've got a comment. I happened to see one of those arrests and wondered what was going on. I have never seen in Eufaula, myself, such a professional job as these officers did in obtaining one of these suspects or more.
We appreciate that.
They hit the ground running. They didn't give them a chance to do anything. And so I really compliment the department. I haven't seen something like this since Nashville, Tennessee.
The dynamics of these type of arrests are pretty awe-inspiring.
Yes.
We have to strike fast. We don't want to give any room or time for anybody to get hurt or have second thoughts. We try to do it quickly and as with the least amount of force as possible. And the way to do that is overwhelming numbers and swift action. So appreciate the compliment.
Thank you.
On the release, it says from known drug houses in the city of Eufaula. From what area were these?
All over. All over.
Throughout Eufaula.
Throughout Eufaula.
And the arrest began Wednesday night?
Began yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many more do you expect to come, arrests to come?
Many more.
Also, on the arrest report, when there's a multiple, like Mr. Rump had more than one, is that another count against him?
Yes, each
Charge
one of
against
those
him?
are a felony
Okay.
count.
Good.
Now, these arrests will go on directly to a higher court rather than municipal court, will it?
That's correct.
Okay,
They'll start in district and end up in circuit.
okay.
They're all felony counts. And distribution, they carry some minimum mandatory sentence and stuff. So
Was there anyone in this report of arrest around it that are involved in this and just didn't get charged with this particular thing? Do you know of any connection to those?
say that one more time.
There was other reports that were not drug related. Were any of those because you were doing the drug arrest you made?
No.
Okay.